Hey guys, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews today. It's Beer 30. Let's go take a walk, see what's in the fridge today. Welcome everybody to Greg's Beer Reviews today. Today's beer comes from Springhouse Brewing Company. They're out of Conestoga, Pennsylvania. This is their Bloodlust. Label is very hard to read with that black and dark red writing on it. Very hard to read. I mean, it's especially for old guys like me looking at it going, I got to put my glasses on to read this. Shouldn't be that hard to read. Whoever's in charge of their packaging as far as writing and label approval, you need to think this thing through. Put a little bit more color into it. Be able to read it. I know some of these guys do some very unique and off-the-wall type labels, but this is very hard to read, guys. Very hard to read. Rico sent me this beer, so thanks a bunch, my brother, for all the wonderful beers you send me, sir. Never grow tired of coming home and seeing a package from Rico on the porch, because I know there's going to be some awesome beers inside of it. So, let's get on with this one. Commercial description. I will tell you right off the bat, this is a 10. It's got two different ABVs for Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. And I don't think it's got it on the label. And I am going to have to put my glasses on for this, guys. The label is written in black with dark red writing, and I cannot read it. Brewed by Springhouse, government warning, and that's about all it has on here, guys. Guys at Springhouse, you need to put a little more information on here. Doesn't have the ABV or IBUs or any kind of dating that I can see on it. Plus, it's sweating. It's right out of the fridge, so there may be some kind of vintage on there, but I seriously kind of doubt it. And let me see if the letter that I got from him has anything about this particular beer. I'm not sure it does. This may have come from one of his earlier beer mail packages. No, I don't see anything on the letter here from there, so Beer Advocate has it at 10%, and Rate Beer has it at 10.5%. Has nothing on the bottle, so I don't have a damn clue, guys. It's either between 10 or 10.5, more than likely, somewhere in that vicinity. Commercial description says a big, bold, boozy Russian Imperial. Boozy is a key word there. Russian Imperial Stout featuring notes of bitter chocolate, vanilla, and caramel. Nitro only, no growler feels. We know that's a bunch of horseshit because it's in the bottle. And I don't think it doesn't say nitro on the bottle, so we'll see when we pop the cap what we get. Food pairing for this style, which is a Russian Imperial Stout. It goes well with your chocolate dishes, of course. Glass right, a pint, becker, 9 tumbler mug, stein, snifter. Got my favorite snifter today, and can be settled for long periods of time. 10% or bigger, those beers are going to keep for quite a while, guys. If you want to sell this 2, 3, 5, 10 years, it should be okay. Even longer, if you so choose to. So, I'm not sure I've had anything from Springhouse Brewing. Like I said, these guys are out of Conestoga, Pennsylvania, so pretty damn sure I've not seen any of their beers here in Virginia, this part of Virginia where I'm at. So Rico, once again, thank you, my brother, for sending me the awesome beers that you do. It's like Christmas when I come home and see one of your beer bound packages on the front porch. So let's get on with this. We went through everything we need to, so it's time to pop the cap on this bad boy. 22-ounce bomber, enough to share. I intend to do that. Nice hiss from the bottle. I do wish I would put a vintage on it, guys, so we would know. 2013, 2014, 2016, when it was put in the frickin' bottle. Let's see, let's stand it up. Generate a little bit of head if we can. Alright, enough for her. About a half a finger of head on that pour. Kind of aggressive pour on top of that. Didn't generate a lot. Very surprised with the nice hiss we got from popping the cap. I was expecting it to get a little more head than it generated. Very dark beer, very black, no light coming through it, guys. About a half a finger of head on the side, maybe even a quarter finger, and just barely covering the top of the beer. Let's get a nose on it. Rich roasted malt, getting some caramel and toffee in there. Maybe some Baker's or bittersweet chocolate. And it's right out of the fridge, 40 degrees. We might get some dark fruit notes in there as it warms up. Smells pretty good. Smells very nice. Cheers. Cheers, Rico. Thank you, brother. Slight hint of some booziness in there. Not overpowering, not no burning or anything like that. Tells me it's a kind of a fresh bottle though. Hopefully. Smells very good. A great beer to wrap up the evening with. Final beer of the evening for me. Very tasty. Very well done. Very, very well done. Just need a better packaging on this, man. That black label with dark writing on it, very hard to read. Wow. Very delicious. The way this could be better is hold in a bourbon barrel for a little while. But it is what it is. Let's sip on this for a little bit and pour her a glass and go outside and fire up a stick and see where this one ends up here in about 30 minutes or so. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Got this a little left here. Been sitting on about 30 minutes or so. The other half liked it. I do too. Very nice. Would like to see them do a vintage on their beers. I looked at the bottle when I come back and there's nothing written on it whatsoever. Not super critical, but would just like to know what year it was put in the bottle. So, being a 10 or 10.5%, it's going to keep for a long, long time. But if they put a vintage on it, maybe you would want to do a vertical, 2 different years side by side, just to see how well one aged and all that. So, just me, guys. I want to see a vintage, what year it was put in the bottle. I don't think I've had anything from Springhouse Brewing before. I don't know how big their little operation or their operation is out of Conestoga, Pennsylvania. Rico, thanks again, my brother, for sending me this. Very tasty beer, guys. The only way this could be better was to put it in a bourbon barrel. So other than that, alcohol is fairly well hidden. A little bit boozy when it was cold out of the fridge, but it's very decent. It's a very nice beer to finish up the evening with, which is what I'm doing. Final beer of the evening for me. So let's do the final chug. Wonderful aroma. Rich roasted malt, caramel, toffee, slight hints of some dark fruit, bittersweet chocolate. Maybe a hint of some peppers in there. I mean, it's got a little bit of heat to it, but nothing that's outstanding or anything. Smells pretty good, tastes pretty good. Great beer to pick up in the cellar if you so choose to. There's nothing in this beer that I can think of that's going to fade over time. Like I said, I am getting a little bit of heat from maybe some peppers they use on this. The label is so hard to read I mean, the dark red writing on the black label is just almost impossible to read, guys. I'm going to put my glasses on one more time. Ale brewed with cocoa nibs, vanilla beans, cinnamon, spice, and habanero peppers. Yeah, I thought I was getting a little bit of heat of that. The cinnamon is there, but it's not. I've had a lot of beers that are more cinnamony than this beer is. So a little bit of cinnamon, little bit of heat on the back end, but nothing overpowering, nothing that you should shy away from. Just a little hints of habanero peppers they've used in the brewing of this beer. Very tasty, very, very nice. Other than having vintage on it, guys, I think it's an A beer. But since it has no vintage at all, I'm going to give it the 8, which is A minus. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, guys, it's probably 90, somewhere in that area. Would like to see them guys do a vintage on their labels, so that way we'll know what vintage it is. And over to Beer Advocate, they have no scores. They've only had 1, 2, 3, 4 guys that have tried and reviewed this beer. And over to Rate Beer. Rate Beer says overall 85, but only 28 in the style. And they've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that seems to be the magic number for these guys. They like to have at least 10 people do a review on the beers before they'll post a rating on this. So I think it's very tasty. I think it's better than an 85 scale that they're giving it. So I enjoyed it. It was very nice. If it had a vintage on it and I could get it here, I probably would buy this beer again. As long as it wasn't too pricey, because you may put in the comments what this beer costs. I didn't look here. Let me see if he's got anything written on here. I don't think he has. I think it's come from a previous beer mail package. So I don't see anything written here. So very tasty beer, guys. So if you've had this one from Springhouse Brewing out of Conestoga, Pennsylvania, this is their Bloodlust Russian Imperial Stout. Very tasty. Very nice. Very nice beer to finish up the evening with. Like I said, on the way I think this beer would be better, throw it in a bourbon barrel for a little while. But guys, they need to have a vintage on it. They need to have what year it was put in the bottle. So you'll know if you want to do a side-by-side from 2 different years. So, with that being said, if you've had this one from them, their Bloodlust Russian Imperial Stout, let me know what you think, guys. Come back tomorrow. We'll dig something tasty out of the fridge. See you then.